Hi there, thanks for checking this video. I'm Jackson Felden. Today's presentation is going to be all about safe links. And safe links actually is part of the Defender for Office 365. I have three things to show. The first one is how to configure the safe links. And especially if you want to stay compliant with the Microsoft license, I need to show how you can target some specific users who actually got license. The second part is going to be the kind of end user experience. I will just click around some bad links and to see the user experience when dealing with apps like Word, Excel, email, and now Microsoft Teams as well. And finally, the last one, very important for the IT admins, I'm going to show you how you can get a report basically from all the bad links your users have been clicking lately. Okay, stay with me and let me show you how things work. Okay, here I am at the Microsoft 365 Defender. To get there, I had to go over the security.microsoft.com. Okay, now, as I said, I want to tackle the security when it comes to the safe links. And then the place to go is over the email and collaboration, and then policies and rules. Okay, if I click there, I can, check alerts, I can check another activities, but right now let me configure the policy. And then I need to go over the threat policies. Let me go there. Anyway, these are all the components around the Defender for Office 365, anti-phishing, anti-spam, and so on. But right now, let me focus on the safe links. Okay, going over the safe links. Okay, the first place I really need to go before setting any policy is to set the global settings. Okay, and then if I go in there, global settings, okay, I've done a bit of configuration here already to buy a bit of time. Please remember last time when I was checking on Microsoft website, usually when we make changes on any policies in here around Office Defender for Office 365, it can take up to 30 minutes in order for the new configuration to be fully replicated and available. This is why I already did the configuration to buy a bit of time. Anyway, starting from the scratch, the first one is basically here a kind of, black list you can have, and I want to make sure none of my users, they can go over a website called freemoney.xxx.com. Actually this is an invalid website I just added myself to show the end user experience. But anyway, if there is a couple of well-known URLs and you want to make sure you guys can't get there, just come here and add those URLs on your, how could I call, your own kind of, blacklist. Okay, and then a couple of other configuration, global configuration, please remember, they will affect all the users. The first one, if I want to kind of enable the safe links over any Office 365 apps, in this case, as I will show in a few seconds, when users are going around Word, Excel, PowerPoint, and all of those apps, and there is a bad link, Microsoft will be able to catch. Second configuration here, if there is any special reason you really don't want to basically track users when they are clicking over those bad links. And then of course, if I enable this option, I won't be able to get a report to have a kind of, x-ray in terms of what are the bad links my users are clicking, around. I don't know, maybe there is a special configuration for your organization in terms of compliancy. You can't really go, deep to know, or you shouldn't go on your own organization to get a report regarding who is doing what. And then, you could enable this option not to track, users. Okay, I'm leaving disabled because I want to see, what my users are doing. And then the last one, very important, is if you want to basically allow user going over the bad links. The user will get a message saying, oops, we found out this link is not great, you shouldn't go, but there is still an option where the user could say, oh yeah, you know what, I need, and then the user can still click and reach the destination. I want to play safe, and because I've been following a strict policy best practice from Microsoft, okay, this is the configuration I should apply, and this is what I did. Okay, that's job done. Now I have the global configuration done. The next step is to create a policy. And then, if I wouldn't have anything here, is not too complicated. Actually, it's just matter to go click on create and now basically fill out the information needed from here. Okay, as I said, to buy a bit of time, I have my policy already up and running. And let me click in here to show. Okay, first part is just whatever the name you want. As I said, I think I said before, you can basically create different policies and then assign to different group of people. Okay, you can have a description. Here is where things get really, things are really important. Okay. Yeah, I could have a policy specifically assigned for a user or 2-3 users or so on from here. I could have a policy specifically assigned for some, don't have IT group, sorry, for some specific groups. Okay, this is very important, especially if you don't have license from Defender for Office 365 for all the users. Okay, maybe you have a couple of hundreds users or thousands of users and you are starting slowly assigning the license, maybe doing some tests before kind of, assigning to everybody. And then here is the place to go. Okay, assign the license and then eventually make sure for you to be compliant with the license scheme, make sure you create a policy only affecting the users who actually got license. If you are covered and you have license for everybody, and then that's easier, just make sure you go here and assign for everybody from your domain. What I did already, in my case, I have my own lab here, jacksonfeldenlabs.com. It means this single policy is going to be applied for every single user on my organization. Okay, that's pretty much job done from the way I want to affect the users. Now, when it comes to the configuration, let me click on edit the protection settings. Okay, again, as I said, I've been following the Microsoft strict policy configuration. First one, yeah, I really want to make sure I want to track the users when clicking around bad URLs. This is a new section. If I have a good memory, Microsoft made the URL, the safe links for Microsoft Teams back in July 2021. Yeah, and then anyway, I enabled that configuration already. Okay, later on, the next one is I want to make sure there is a real-time scan for every single time when the users are clicking around the links. The second option is, I want to play safe and I don't want to allow the users to reach the destination webpage or the destination link until the scan is fully completed. Okay, that's good. The next one, of course, I want to apply safe links for all emails in my organization, not only emails coming from outside or going to outside users, any email when exchanged between users in my organization. Again, I could have a specific policy now, not basically to track the users when clicking around. Maybe, I don't know, 50% of my users, I'm okay to track the links. The other, 50%, whatever the reasons, I can't. Okay, that's fine. This is the place to go. Second is if I don't want to allow the users to go through the original links. Again, I'm playing safe. I need to make sure that option is ticked. And second, if I want to display, instead to use the built-in safe link messages, I could just tick in here and then add some, personalized messages in here. And the next one is if there is a particular link I don't want to be, let's say, to be protected. If you're wondering, why, that could be part of a kind of phishing training on your organization. Maybe, you are sending some fake internal emails just to see how much your users are clicking over those links. And then you could come here and actually exclude those links using for training or using for a kind of, internal testing. You could skip those links from here. Okay, it's not my case. Okay, there you go. As you can see, not too complicated. Now the configuration is, fully done. Okay, please keep in mind, every time when you make changes, it can take around 30 minutes in order for a new policy to be fully replicated and fully in action, okay, for your users. Okay, anyway, part one is done. Okay, that's the configuration. Now let's go to part two. Okay, part 2 is going to be all about end user experience. Okay, again, to buy a bit of time, I have some fake links here around Teams and Word and Excel. Let me just click around to make sure I have some information to share later on from my reports. Okay, starting with Teams, I have here a conversation between my friend called Alex and Diego. Okay, 2 links in here. Basically, Alex sent, those messages to Diego. Okay, now if I try to click in this one here, just a kind of, demo link from Microsoft. If I click on that spam link, contoso.com, click in there, yeah, quick verification, and then the safe links manage, to catch that link saying that's not really, safe. Anyway, same story. If you can remember, on my own policy, I created a kind of, blacklist where I added the freemoneyxx.com, and then if the user click in there from Teams, done, it means the Microsoft managed to catch that information as well. And I'm not sure if I have, but if I go to any team, oh yeah, that's right. If I go from here, and then from the post messages, if the user click in there, okay, the safe links managed to catch, same story. Okay, this is a message, a link that was posted into the team. If I click in there, okay, same story, that's done. Okay, this is from Microsoft Teams. Now, if I switch application, and go to my emails, okay, now using the apps, okay, from here, same story. There is an email coming from Diego. If I try to click in there, okay, same story, okay, fully blocked. And then if I'm, my users are using any Word, Excel, Access, any of those applications, same story. If I click in here, okay, the system, does the verification and block. Let me try another link. Okay, that's, gone as well, and, don't want to spend too much time. And then if I go to SharePoint, I think I have SharePoint in here, oops. Okay, yeah, SharePoint in here, and then if there is any link on SharePoint, or could be into, in this case, a Word file, okay, same story. If I try to go over that link, okay, is going to be, if I can click on the link, oh yeah, it's, just getting there. I have too many already. Okay, it's fully protected. Actually, I found 2, not sure if I could call as a bug, but from Teams, there are 2 places where actually at the moment, by the time I'm recording this video, Microsoft seems not to be catching those 2 links. Okay, let me show you. If I go back to Microsoft Teams, okay, from here, and then if the link actually is in a wiki page in Teams, Microsoft seems not to be catching that. It's the same link as I could see Microsoft managed to block from other application. If I click from here, yeah, as you can see, I'm really trying to go to that link. Really kind of, didn't work. And then if I go to my free money XXX as well, as you can see, it didn't block. Okay, just, kind of interesting enough. Keep in mind, again, by the time I'm recording this video, from the wiki page, it seems not to be working. Another thing I found by accident, if I'm running a meeting, I think I have a meeting, yeah, here, okay. I'm running a meeting again between Diego and Alex. Okay, as you can see, now this is, this is Alex talking to Diego. I have a second virtual machine here. Hopefully you don't get too confused. Okay, I have a second virtual machine from here. Let me just join quickly to the meeting as well. Let me join. Yeah, I will get a bit of message when it comes to the, I don't have a mic on this virtual machine, but it really doesn't matter. Okay, what I really want to show you is the following. If I go back to that virtual machine, okay, now I have a meeting happening between Diego and Alex. The guys started, talking, and again, those bad links are in here now from the meeting chat box, okay? If I click on those same links you saw before, if I click in there, yeah, interesting enough, Microsoft seems not to be catching doing the safe link when coming from the meeting chat. And if I try the next one, same story, there is no typo, www.freemoney.com. If I try again, as you can see, it was not blocked. Okay, keep in mind, so far from my findings, Microsoft was great, or it is great, to block all the bad links from the Microsoft apps, from Teams chat, from Teams applications, from Teams, the Teams kind of general chat and so on, but unfortunately not from the wiki pages and not from the meeting, at the time I'm recording this video. Okay, that was the part number 2 when it comes to all the day-to-day user when they are clicking around bad links. Now, very important, the next step is how you or any administrator managing the Microsoft 365 tenant can have a good understanding about what are the users, or who are the users and what are the bad sites they are trying to get in. And now it's all about reporting. Okay, in order to get a nice report, the place to go, I'm still over the Microsoft 365 Defender, okay, security.microsoft.com. Now the next step is going over reports. Let's go there. Of course, there are a bunch of reports I can get from here. I need to go over again email and collaboration reports. Let me go there. And then finally, now the magic place to get an X-ray what is happening on my organization is under the URL protection report. Okay, let me click on view, and that's the place. Okay, it can be a bit of delay in order to get the latest information in here, but as you can see, today is September 6th, and I have a bunch of information here. Alex tried to go over the free money XX. It was blocked, and then here, oops, 1 second before that. Okay, and really good, I can see from the application, as you saw before, from Excel, from email, and then later on from Teams and other applications as well. Okay, you can see straight away here on the screen, or, why not? We could, here you could kind of, compare the days where users are going over those basically bad links. And from here, from here, let me export, okay, this data. And then I can have a nice Excel file with all the data. Click in there. If you stick with the summary, it's very simple. You can say, oh yeah, in that day there was, I don't know, 1,000 or 100 blocked links. But if you want to have an X-ray, a full understanding what's happening, and then of course it's better to get a detailed information. Today, okay, let me just switch from here. Let me go for today's date, September, or I could go September 5th. I did some tests yesterday. Okay, that's fine. And now if I click on export, sorry. Okay, let me click on open. Should be able to get in here. That's fine. Now, finally, I should be able to see the file. Let me just do a bit of zoom in here for you to have a better understanding. Okay, this is brilliant. Okay, now I can have a very good understanding. Okay, what was the time? What was the application? Okay, my yesterday test was all about email in Word. And then if the link was blocked or not. Now, really cool. What actually are all those kind of bad links my users are trying to go over, okay, in here. And finally, very useful as well, okay, who are the guys, okay, maybe clicking too much around, okay, and then of course here I can have all the nice information. And finally, okay, in here as well, what is the tenant, okay, in case you have multiple tenants. And then basically here, what's the, how could I call, basically the, anyway, detected by, what's the piece of technology that managed to detect those blocked links. Okay, anyway, really useful information. One more time before we finish. Okay, the place to go is over the security and then go over reports. And then from reports, basically, you can, first of all, have a good understanding what's happening on your tenant. If you click on each of that information, you have a bit, you have some details, who is the user, what is the actually the bad link, what was the action, in this case blocked, what was the app used by that user, and some other, information as well. And then, as I already said, if you go over the export, you can get, a full export and have a proper x-ray about all the bad links happening on your organization. And that's it. That's all for me. Hopefully you managed to learn some new bits today, and give a like if you enjoyed this video, and see you next time. Stay safe.